Well, I had a very bad experience at our Applebee's in Auburn, NY. My husband and I decided to go there for a good meal and a relaxing night. We had decided on the all-you-can-eat Riblets. Upon one of our refills, we were informed by our waitress that the manager, Carl, said that would be our last because we eat too much and couldn't have any more. I pushed my plate aside and said I just wanted my bill and corporate's phone number. She came back and said that Carl said if it was going to be a problem we can eat more. I said too late. I want corporate's number. Again she asked him and he said he did not know it. So we looked online and I will be calling tomorrow. He ruined our whole evening. That is false advertising as it is all-you-can-eat Riblets.
Someone posted a picture of her stuffing the Riblets in a Ziploc baggie sticking out of her purse. That isn't allowed, so the manager was correct to cut them off. She left with what looks like over 2 pounds of them. Hard to tell how tall the bag was.
We should start a GoFundMe for the indignity that the piglets suffered for Carol's bottomless appetite. But then we should donate it to a family in need while laughing at her. I'll donate it to the chefs at Applebee's for having to prep 5,000 pounds of Riblets. And Carl for having to put up with her entitlement.
Obviously the only thing that will make this right is Carol starring in your next all-you-can-eat Riblets festival advertisement. Just load a giant platter full of Riblets and the entire commercial can just be her enjoying them with her husband Brad, Carl, or whatever it was.
Millennials are not killing Applebee's grill and bar. People like Carol and her husband who allegedly eat so many Riblets that they are cut off from receiving more servings are killing the restaurant. Also my potato asled bowel is STIIL at yourhouse.ih0pe you don't have the runs anymore. Love, Jane.
If stuffing 2 pounds of Ace Riblets into your purse in broad daylight isn't big dick energy, I don't know what is. Godspeed, Carol.
If you give this grossly entitled boomer a gift card for throwing a fat tantrum instead of siding with your manager who was trying to do his job, you spit in the face of anyone who's ever worked customer service. Do the right thing # stand with CARL # justice for Carl. Light skin tone raised fist.
Snowflakes melt in reality situations. Where is the picture?
It's all you can eat, not you eat all.
Oh my days, Carol. This was very funny indeed. I did it, LOL. Lots of laughter. Hope all is well. Say hi to the boys for me. Tell them I'm having lamb chops for dinner tonight. Love, Betty XX. P.S. John has kidney failure and is going to pass within days. Bye.
You lost me out. We went to Applebee's for a good meal and relaxing night.
You go, Carol. You show Carl that nobody had the right to deny you all the Riblets. Carol, the hero we need, but not the one we deserve.
Poor thing. She probably spent hours sharpening her dentures to gorge on Crapplebees. Per circle starts at 8 fam.
That's what you get for eating at such a sinful restaurant. They serve booze, and I've heard what goes on in their bathrooms. May God have mercy on your lost soul.
I'm surprised she didn't actually speak to the manager. Her hair screams that she can summon them at will.
You know who loved Riblets? Brad's wife.
If she would have gone to Cracker Barrel, Brad's wife would have waited on her if she hadn't been fired after 11 years of loyal service.
I need to know how many Riblets you ate for science.
All you can eat, or not. Aren't you a little embarrassed to announce to the world, you ate so much you were told no more? You're like an episode of Hoarders to me. I watch it, and think in no way do I want to be like that.
Plot twist. There were no more Riblets because Applebee's couldn't shoot the 30 to 50 feral hogs needed for the recipe.
This is the most first world problem I think I've ever seen. I only got to gorge myself on meat to a certain extent.
Please tell me you didn't tip your server. They get paid more hourly than what I got paid working for Westinghouse before Obama closed all the factories and sent them to China.
I bet she has bags of them dated in the freezer right now.
I wish she wasn't married. I do so love a single plate of all-you-can-eat Riblets for 2, midday in an Applebee's. Nothing more romantic. Sigh.
Did you see this? Avoid the Applebee's due to their false advertising. I know you were going there with Tupperware to smuggle out a few pounds of Riblets for your peepadoddle business, but it looks like Carol here got busted for doing is. I don't want you to fall victim to their false advertising of all-you-can-eat Riblets, then get cut off after just 20 or so plates of them. I know it's difficult seeing as how you have a coupon and all, but us boomers need to stick together on this one. #avoid the Applebee's #we demand Riblets.
Get Carol. If you're going to die on a hill, it should be made of riblets. Boomer caps lock activated.
Coming soon to a theater near you, Riblets, the musical. Carol hasn't had all she can eat, but Carl has had all he can take.
Carol, that isn't very laugh, love of you. Maybe you should have handled this properly through the correct channels instead of throwing a tantrum unbecoming of a 3-year-old, let alone a woman of your archaic vintage.
Next time go to Golden Corral. Since you like those high-class restaurants, you know. I'm pretty sure they'll let you eat your way to a heart attack. But they have the same rule as Applebee's. You're not allowed to fill your purse, with snacks for later.
I hate when Carl tries to stop my riblet train.
This is just another blatant example of millennials stealing the God-given rights of boomers, and it must end. I believe it reads in the Constitution somewhere that we are entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of all-you-can-eat riblets, but don't quote me on that.
Someone be a hero and dig through the previous comments for the picture of her shoving them in her purse.
I don't even think it exists.
I've yet to find this picture, and I've searched through a ton of these comments.
I have searched for a long time. I don't think it exists. One page called "Snowflakes Melt in Reality" commented originally saying they saw a picture of it, but no one has provided it yet, and everyone has just been taking that page's comment as gospel.
I was hopeful because my grandfather's ex-wife did it until we all started refusing to go anywhere with her. Whenever I see someone like this, I wonder what kind of person they were when they were my age, and if I'll turn into this.
There is a limit. In our system, after we've rang in so many, it won't give us the option to ring in more. But the limit is like 30 or something. LOL, I'm sure they didn't tip the server either, and I'm sure they were there for hours, running that poor girl ragged SMH.
God damn it, Carl, let the people eat riblets. I would call corporate so fast. This is why I always carry my gun into Applebee's. I am Feed 'em America, and God bless Applebee's.
I once ordered a full rack of ribs at TGI Fridays in Beijing, China. The staff watched in disbelief as one fat man ate enough ribs to feed a Chinese family for a week. Even I marvel at the accomplishment of being cut off from ribs.
Isn't she the one that sent her boobs on the secret boyfriend's profile pic?
Carol, they cut you off before or after you got the meat sweats?
First of all, the riblets were advertised as all you can eat. Not all you can eat, but only in the restaurant. Therefore, Carol is completely entitled to fill her enormous granny purse with riblets. Second of all, I think Carol is possibly Trump's spirit animal. The anger, misspelled words, bad vocabulary, and then riblets on top of all of it.
This happened to me and Carl at a Pizza Hut in Tallahassee. Needless to say, I penned a very angry letter demanding an explanation and apology. Didn't get no response, probably because the Mealsnal CEO of Pizza Hut was too busy eating his avocado toasts and can't read cursive. Ha ha ha.
I don't want to live in a country where I can't eat as many riblets as I want.
She's keeping them in Cheryl's shed. Karen was the getaway driver.
Here you can see a wild baby boomer in her natural habitat. Please don't startle her, or she'll be screeching at you for the better part of at least 5 comments.
You gotta fight for your right to riblets.
I heard buffet horror stories that people eat until they puke, then go back for more.
Man, sorry to hear about your experience, especially for someone as famous as you. I used to watch your show all the time. Tim Conway and Harvey Korman were so funny. And I loved how you would tug your ear at the end of every show.
This is like the Karen version of that one Simpsons episode where Homer eats all the shrimp.
I just begrudgingly scraped my scrotum across a rusty cheese grater. Yes, it felt like it in its own way held more integrity in itself than this post.
Gluttony is a sin, Carol. WTF is a riblet? Is it a small rib? Is it teeny tiny ribs? I've got to know. I'm from UK and have no clue the difference. I'll say it again, riblet.
She hasn't figured out how to delete this yet?
The more times I read the word riblet, the more disturbed I get.
Well, Carol, back in my day we had to walk 8 miles in the heat without the Facebook for just one riblet, so next time think how lucky you are. God bless. X.
Is this still available?
Give us the Carol vs Carl rib sauce wrestling match.
The real victim in all of this is your poor toilet.
Hey Corral, Will you be bringin' those leftover riblets to church brunch? I'll bring the ambrosia salad.
Riblets for her pleasure.
Oh sweet Lord, I think I nearly peed reading this.